On May 19th, I started my trip with Tiggan across the United States, the eastern United States, and we only got about 60 miles before I realized that I had left my wallet at my ex-roommate's house. So we doubled back, and I spent the week there waiting to reorder my debit card, and my bank ended up sending it and whatnot, but Tiggan, he was attacked by 3 dogs while I had him tied up outside, and I used pretty much all of my funds for our trip, and I tried to save him with VCA, but the damage that the dogs did to him internally was too much, and he passed away from his injuries. That was yesterday morning. I really don't know what to say, because I moved to Texas 5 years ago, and for the past 3.5 years, he was all I had down here. And he's gone. So, sorry, I'm still gonna do the trip. I'm gonna be leaving, what is today? Today's the 1st or 2nd. I'm gonna leave this weekend at least. I'm gonna take a couple days to, get myself in order. But, this whole trip was planned for me and him. A lot of people don't know, but if you follow my Facebook, I made a post explaining how Tiggan and I met. And there are people that they do these horrible things. They're called, well, I don't know what they're called, but they're basically like cockfighting, only with dogs and kittens. And people will throw powder or dye on kittens and throw them into a ring of dogs. And whichever color kitten survives is the one that's the winner. So one night, in the south side of San Antonio, I was walking to the gas station to go to get soda and cigarettes and shit. And all of a sudden, this little furry creature starts running towards me. And at first I thought it was a raccoon or possum, so I kind of freaked out, but as it got closer, I realized it was a kitten, and he was covered in a blue dust, a powder, and as soon as he ran towards me, he started climbing. He just climbed up my body and tried to He tried to burrow in my shirt. I was wearing a hoodie, It was about November, and he tried to burrow in my shirt. And as I looked down at him, as I looked at his little eyes, I knew that this cat wanted me to protect him. So I took him in. And for the past 3.5 years, it's just been us. And I moved to San Antonio with no friends or family. Most everyone I know is at least 1,400 miles away, so it was just me and him. But when I decided to move back to Pennsylvania, which is why this whole backpacking trip started, I knew it was going to be me and him. And he loves being outside. I know a lot of people probably think that, tying your cat outside isn't the best idea, but he insisted. He insisted on being outside. He would meow. And he would meow and stick his face in my face till I let him go outside. And yesterday morning, I let him outside. It was 5:24 that I found him. My roommate's dog started going crazy, barking, so I looked out the window and I saw 3 dogs over him, just basically mauling him. So I jumped out the window as fast as I could, and I sleep naked, mind you. Like, I jumped outside naked in the front yard, and I pushed the dogs away, and they ran away, but he was covered in mud, and it was raining. He loved being in the rain. Fuck. Sorry, guys. I was gonna make this video later so that I wouldn't be this emotional, but it's so hard. But I held him in the shower. I rinsed him off. He was choking on his own blood. I stuck my finger down his throat. I helped him vomit. He vomited out a lot of blood. I had my roommate take us to the vet. And I spent so much to get them to save him, but the internal bleeding was so bad that he died in the most horrible way. I'm not perfect, and karma's a bitch. But of all the ways he could have gone, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve to be ripped apart by wild animals. So this trip is going to be, basically now it's going to be a memorial walk for him. Because we never got to leave Texas. We never made it to Houston. The whole point was to make it to the woods because he was so happy being outside. But at the same time, he wanted me to be with him. He would always meow outside. He would just meow for hours. Not hours, but, you know, like a half an hour at a time. And I would go outside and I would sit with him. And he would be so happy that I would be outside with him. I wanted us to do this trip together so bad. So, I'm gonna leave this weekend. I'm gonna take a couple days to, try to get over the emotional distress that I'm feeling now. To people that I'm making this video for my reaction channel that I do music reactions to, and for the Tom&Tiggan channel that was supposed to document our trip. Alright, I'm sorry I can't. For those of you on my music reaction channel, I'll post as soon as I can and actually be able to give good reactions. And for the Tom&Tiggan channel, as soon as I hit the wilderness, I'll make videos and show you the beautiful sights America has to offer. But it's gonna take a while for the joy of our trip to come back to me. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Thank you guys for all the support. And everyone on my Facebook, I really appreciate your thoughts. And even though I don't believe in a God, I appreciate your prayers. I love that cat so much. Alright. This is gonna be the first night I slept without him. He always curled up in my arms. So, thank you guys. I'll post another video as soon as I can.